So we're today with Katrina Munro and Julia Mayer of the Toucan in Bampton. I think anyone who lives and works in Bampton probably knows the two of you. I understand it's been 9 years that you've been here now.
Yeah, coming up sort of 9.5-ish, and it was a huge step for us to come down here in a way, moving from sort of an active life in London to more of a sedate pace Devon country life. Although the work wasn't sedate when we got here, we felt that we threw ourselves into it. We made a decision with over a few glasses of wine that this was an opportunity we could take up. We were both police officers in an active role as detectives. I was in Metropolitan Police, and Katrina?
I was in the City of London Police for about 15 years before we came down here.
Yeah.
So the Metropolitan is the whole of London other than the city, is that right?
Yeah, the city's a little bit in the middle, and the Met surround the city, basically, with the aid of British Transport Police as it was then. I was on the northwest area of London, working in investigations into child protection issues, and finally, before I left. And
I did a general CID role, and I also spent several years driving an unmarked car and making lots of arrests for sort of street crime and that sort of thing.
So the unmarked car, usually associate those with the flying squad, is that right?
Yeah, it wasn't quite that upmarket. It wasn't quite that exciting. But it was a good few years, yeah.
Wasn't one of the BMWs with the lights that come on?
It was a Ford Mondeo with the lights that came on. It was nice, absolutely, yeah.
Oh, when I saw those in London, because I lived in Thornton, one of the rougher parts of London, and those were a fairly regular sight. I was assuming that was flying squad, but they could all have been regular police as well.
Yeah, just unmarked cars.
Yeah, different roles, but that was a role that I had for about 3 years doing that work, which was great fun.
And did you join the police together?
No, Julia joined about 4 years before me. I joined in '93. But yeah, I mean, it was a job that we really enjoyed. But you get to a certain stage, I had a bit of a hankering to have my own business for several years. So eventually we just I've looked at various business opportunities and business plans for clothes shop and all other things that interest me. And but as Julia said, over a few bottles of wine one night, we decided to take over this Cafe Bistro.
And if you hadn't had the wine, would you have done it, do you think?
It might have taken me longer to persuade Julia it's a good idea. Because that's where Julia came on board, you see, because I knew she could cook.
Right.
Whereas before I mentioned it, she was quite happy just working in London and being a police officer.
Yeah.
But our husbands were in the police roles as well, and my husband had an opportunity to come down here to transfer. So that was my excuse, you see. So it was like, yeah, let's all go and live in Devon.
So it was all four of you were party to the decision originally?
Yeah. There was a few team meetings.
Yeah.
A few team persuasions going on first. So we'd go across and she'd try and persuade us a bit more, or Richard would try and persuade us a bit more, and then eventually a friend of ours already had a premises here. He came in here and experienced the cafe as it was before we bought it.
Right.
And then when she told us a few weeks or whatever the period of time was after we'd been here that it was actually up for sale, we hadn't realised at the time. And that's when the persuasion started.
So was it already called the Toucan then?
Yeah, Jenny and Julia prior to us had named it the Toucan, I believe, and Jenny was a bit of a graphic designer and worked with graphics and things, and part of her sort of doodling was a toucan, and also toucan do this together sort of thing, and they came up with a toucan.